You know, it's the worst part. No one's gonna get what the song is from if you never played Disco Elysium and you never did the Moralist route. I was playing Disco Elysium today and was doing the political things. You know, how at the end of day 3, I think, is when you are able to pick a path where it's like you could be an ultra-liberal, a fascist, a communist, or a moralist. And if you choose to lean into it, you get a bunch of really cool quests. Um, the one that I always go with is ultra-liberal for just the money. However, dude, I went with moralist one time, and Jesus Christ is one of my favorite songs in the game. Right next to the fucking Insulindian... Not, no, it's the song that plays when you're in the Sea Fortress. That's the one. But anyways, I'm getting off topic, because we got a game to play. We gotta play Helldivers 2. Now, to those who don't know what the drama was about, did that notification for the server not go out? God dilly damn it. No, it did. There we go. So to those who don't know what the drama is with, Helldivers, very recently it got done very, very dirty by Sony, and a lot of people hated Sony for what happened. I think hold on, I'm gonna try and boot up Helldivers 2. It might lag out my mic. To give quick little basic tidbits of what happened with the whole Helldivers drama, Helldivers, is they have like some sort of relationship with Sony. I believe it's for their crossplay. Sony wanted to basically take the reins of the entire game and was like, hey, we're making it required that you need to have a PSN account, even if you don't play on PlayStation, and even if you will never play on PlayStation, and even if you never are a console gamer, it is only specifically for if you play on PC and on PlayStation will you need a PSN account. And people fucking rioted, and it was insane. I think, probably the biggest upswing from super positive, overwhelmingly positive reviews to mostly negative reviews within the span of like 3 days. And the whole thing happened for about a week before everything kind of, the dust settled and everything kind of went back to normal. He is just ahead. That was just ahead. He literally was ahead of the game. But anyways, blah, blah, blah. So essentially, Sony tried to do some shit. Arrowhead was even, Arrowhead, the people who made the game, was even trying to say, like, hey, refund the game and start giving negative reviews. And the thing is that if people started giving negative reviews, Sony wouldn't give a shit. The game would probably flop, but Sony would probably not give a shit. The real possible only reason why they ever decided to go with what they did, which is revert the PSN stuff, was literally because people were refunding the game and scheduling refunds and stuff. And, no, not scheduling, ordering refunds. So they started ordering a whole shitload of refunds, and it was pretty funny because everybody at first was like, I don't think these refunds are going to go through because I already have hundreds of hours in the game, and Steam's policy is like, if you have more than, I think it's more than 3 hours in the game, you're fucked. Why am I on suicide mission? Get me out of here. Put me on 3, I don't care. I don't care enough to focus right now. I need to get back into the swing of things anyways. But, they essentially were like, I guess people were kind of just like, oh, they're probably not going to do all too much because the refunds are not going to get reverted, because I'm pretty sure people were like, well, yeah, if you have more than 2 to 3 hours in the game, you can't refund it on Steam. And the weirdest part about it was Steam was taking those refunds seriously. So eventually Sony just had to comply, or else they would literally just drop out on $1 million idea, which was this game. And eventually they did revert all the changes. Still does not put faith in the company whatsoever. I still think that Sony is a company that is very good at commonly keeping its nose clean, but on very, very rare occasions will it really show its ugly teeth and decide to fuck over a lot of stuff. Like, for example, there's a reason why Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne Remake or Bloodborne anything has not been made ever at all since Bloodborne came out. And that's because Sony has the IP and From Software can't do anything about it. If Sony totally gave over the IP to From Software, we'd have Bloodborne 3 by now. But nope. Instead Sony really just wants money, which sucks. Which Minecraft players did the same thing, the whole migration thing over the Microsoft account. That would be sick. It would also be sick if they rioted against the fucking creature votes. I still think Mojang's creature votes, or mob votes, are the worst fucking business idea ever. Because it doesn't make sense on a lot of standpoints, and the only reason why they're able to get away with it is literally just because most of the people who play Minecraft are children. So they don't give a shit. Just, per se. Of course, there are some people who give a shit what mob gets voted, but what they should really be caring about is why even have a mob vote to begin with. Okay, cool. Just landed. So yeah, sorry if it takes me a second to get my foot in the door here, as I'm rearing to go. You might also see me running just pretty whatever loadouts, doesn't really matter. We're here to have fun, we're not here to fucking go all metagame. I saw a video of somebody playing this game on the hardest difficulty, like Helldive difficulty, and just no-scoping tanks. Or not tanks, hulks. They literally were just going around, just going through these massive behemoths like they're nothing. And apparently it's anti-material rifle to the head. That's what does it. And that's how I gained my insight into how I'm going to be fighting hulks from now on, is if there's a mission that's on Has 4, probably don't bring a rocket launcher. Or a grenade launcher. Yet. There's always time for a grenade launcher, who am I kidding? But, you know, you gotta be liberal with it. Whee. Okay, let's get out of here. What's so bad about quickly making a Sony account in like 3 minutes? It wasn't the problem of making a Sony account, it was the fact that it was forced, I think is what did it in. I didn't have any gripes with it, per se. I certainly thought it was a incredibly dumb decision that they decided to make it required. Because here's the thing, if they totally just said like, hey, listen, we hear your complaints, we're making it optional, and you get a free cosmetic if you do it, literally they would get, like, an infinite amount of PSN accounts being signed up. In, like, a metric shit ton. I'm talking, like, PSN accounts so much so that it's hard to even moderate how many PSN accounts are getting logged in per second. It would be insane. And yet, they forced it so heavily, and said that this already live service game cannot continue unless you make an account for PSN, which to some players they didn't really give a shit and were just like, you know what, roll with it, doesn't matter. But I think the general the general populi of Helldivers generally agreed that making it so a live service game already has to have a third-party account associated with it is a horrible decision, and will most likely get Helldivers killed. And it did get Helldivers killed for like a week. But I don't really have too much of an input on the whole PSN account stuff because I didn't order a refund. Holy god, that's a lot. I didn't order a refund. I did leave a negative review, of course, just doing my part. Because I too think that it is incredibly dense the way they did it. But of course there are some people who tend to disagree on that opinion. There are more people who think that having the PSN account and having to take the extra 2 to 3 minutes to sign in is already whatever. I think the reason why I hate it, and I'm not sure if this is the reason why I mainly hate it, there might be some extraterrestrial reason why I'm not thinking of. I think the reason why I hate it is that I already have pretty mid-internet at times. That guy literally just shot him. Lol. These bots, they love to shoot each other. But anyways, I think the reason why I hate it the most is because I've seen a lot of stuff about people talking about how it takes only 2 to 3 minutes, you can get it done really quickly, it doesn't even matter. why the hell is everyone complaining? The reason why I hate it, my internet's already pretty shit, and I really don't want to have the extra steps of having to sign into a PSN account. If they made it optional and gave out a free cosmetic if you did it, they would have hundreds, if not thousands, of PSN accounts being logged in every nanosecond for those free cosmetics. But instead, they really just had to hammer home the point that it was mandatory in order to play an already live service game. But I think that's kind of the reason why I also hate it, is because it's already just like having to do extra shit for no reason. It's like, if they gave out a free cosmetic, I wouldn't give a shit. Like the Manco hat store? Yeah, if they just were like PlayStation brand, and it just had a funny little PlayStation logo, haha, goofy, whatever. No one would care. But they just had to force it. They really, really wanted people to take the extra 2 minutes out of their day to already sign into a PSN account. And what's even worse, I think, for a lot of people, I'm not sure if this was actually the case. I only read so far in the lines before I kind of got the gist. That apparently people already had PSN accounts for some things, but they couldn't delete old ones and make new ones specifically for Helldivers if this update were to roll around. So there was no way to have people with old accounts be able to sign into their old accounts because they couldn't delete them. They couldn't do anything about it at all. Oh my god, this grenade launcher, I swear. And so you'd get these people that were just talking about how they had these like decade-old accounts from when PSN was first made that no longer work because the like email is invalid, or they just forgot their password and they can't get it through the PlayStation like support section. But it was a horribly mismanaged update that needed heavy peer review. And even the like social media manager over at Helldivers literally didn't know what was happening when the update rolled around. Sony literally tried to just dead drop an update. They just wanted to get it out of the way and make sure that like no one gave a shit, because they thought that no one would give a shit. And if you try to silently drop an update that no one, especially the developers of the game, don't like, you gotta make sure you're doing it with a game that is literally not based on cooperation and teamwork, which is the only thing this game is about. One of the only things this game is about. Like, they had to choose, they really just had to go with the game that was literally designed to be played with multiple players and is about coordination and teamwork. They just really had to pick this one of all ones to fuck with. Quite frankly, a pretty dumb move on their end. And no, I will not be forgiving Sony for anything, because Sony is a fucking horrible company. There are going to be some people out there that is like, no, no, I must protect the $1 million company. I need to protect it because Sony's not actually that bad of a company. No, they're a fucking terrible company. They're only carried by the games they make. I don't know why I stuttered on that word. They're only carried by the games they make. And even then, this is why MVM is better. Wrong. Because you can do solo missions, and it's not cancer in MVM. Or it is cancer in MVM, it's not in this. How the fuck does this work? I was kind of... No shot, okay. I was kind of pondering why this box was floating for like half a second, then I went to go investigate, and I ended up even more confused than I originally started. But anyways, what I was talking about, fucking hating Sony, right. Hating Sony. It's like, Sony has so many IPs, and it's literally just like the Nugget dude from, Smiling Friends, like, new episodes, where it's literally, they just have these $1 million IPs and are just sitting on them and doing nothing with. Like, people say that Bloodborne is their favorite From Software game of all time. They never say that Bloodborne is their favorite Sony game of all time. Because who the fuck associates Bloodborne with Sony? Like, Sony, just drop the fucking IP. You're not doing anything. Literally every game company is bad these days, except for From Software and probably some others. Yeah, I think, here's the deal, is that if you get good reputation with your clients, you win. That's it. Don't make terrible decisions. Don't make stupid decisions, most of all. Don't make decisions that are going to make your player base absolutely hate you. If you do that, you're good. You win. From Software is a company that's been hanging out literally since Kingsfield. Like, one of the very first versions of Dark Souls. Granted, it's the shittiest one, but it is a version of Dark Souls. It's, first person, yeah, it's tank controls, it's, not got a whole lot going for it. That company builds itself up, and the reason why is because it doesn't fuck with its clients. What you're paying for is what you get. And even then, they underball it, and then it's like 10 times better! Like, I think if From Software never really got the reputation from the mid-2010s about, like, about Dark Souls being the hardest game ever, it probably wouldn't reach the amount of notoriety it does. But the reason why people talk about Dark Souls is because it's a fucking crazy good game. And they're not leaving the IP. They're not being like, hey, Dark Souls, we're just gonna kind of drop it. And granted, they kind of did, because, you know, the story would literally not need to continue. But all that stuff about, like, you know, making From Software games, like, it's the From Software style engine. I mean, Souls-like is a category on Steam. That's how popular Souls got. Is that they have their own category on Steam for games that are like it. When they make single-player games, it's always peak. Yeah, and their multiplayer is, I mean, awful, but, I mean, as long as their netcode, if their netcode actually increased, like, significantly, then it would probably be the best. But, I'm not the online guy. Valve's my favorite video game developer. Valve is also up there. I think, in terms of customer service, I think From Software does a little bit better, because they are able to make a trailer for a game, right? Able to make trailer for a DLC as well. They're able to drop all the stuff about the DLC and all these trailers about Elden Ring, right? They can drop it and literally become a bestseller before the game is even released. More people are primed for the fucking DLC of Elden Ring than whatever shitty next thing another company just around the world's making. Because holy shit, dog. Somebody put it poignantly when they said that From Software is a company that can literally put a trailer of a blank screen and one frame of Solaire and said pre-order start today, pre-order for $60, and people would buy it, and it would be a bestseller. It's the best. But in terms of yeah, everybody loves Valve for making stuff, not maintaining stuff. That's true. I feel like there's not really a Valve-like expertise, you know? They make so many varied games already that it's kind of hard to pick and choose, like, what's their style. You could say it's just Source, which would make sense. I would respect that. But, sorry, hold on. I'm trying to plug in my phone. But, I think with stuff like From Software, it's like they made a brand. Like, Estus Flask, Bonfire, dreary environments, and of course there are games like the fucking, what's the new game that came out, Crab Adventure or whatever, the one by Aggro Crab. I might play that soon. And like they can make a funny little remark about how Souls-likes are always depressing and stuff like that. And you know what? They're right. They're absolutely right. They are incredibly depressing. But they never tell their story in such stupid, unimaginative ways like some companies like to portray it. From Software is probably the best company at making games whose environmental storytelling tells more than the NPCs. And, or not even environmental storytelling, just like storytelling in general, it's just the best. And it's because I think, okay, if you consider Dark Souls 2 to not be canon, then I think it's a little bit better, all things considered, because I personally don't consider Dark Souls 2 to be canon, but they really like to force it in, and I don't really agree with them. Oh, that's canon turret. Oh, that's Berserkers. Alright. Let's just get these out of the way. But yeah, I think another company that I feel like kind of fell into ruination more than anything else that I kind of wish didn't. PopCap. Just like the best for making just these like funny little mobile games. Or like games that are mainly made for mobile. Or, you know, not mobile, but like, you know, like desktop, just like small time games. You know what I mean? They're the best at making those type of games, and it's a shame that they got fucking bought out by, I think, EA, if I'm correct. Like, they make such great games, and even, like, I think PvZ had a, 15th anniversary as of late, and even the original developers who are no longer working on the project are still celebrating it, which is so much fun to see. Don't worry, John Helldiver, they're not going to destroy your way of life, because they are inherently destroyed.
How'd you like to taste all freedom?
How do you like the taste of freedom? Because I prefer it on the rocks. So there's like massive changes to studios that make each different game. I think there is never a more disliked company than EA, because I've never seen a company produce such shitty, sorry, my stomach is growling, such shitty, terrible, absolute troglodyte, like, just cave paintings on walls, fucking rhinoceros hunting ass, caveman ass energy games than EA. Their whole business model is spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money. Oh, we need to make a game? Oh, fuck. Forgot that part. And, like, they just produce these just like actual sludge. What you're purchasing with your hard-earned cash is sludge. It's not even a game. And even if you want to call it a game, it's the same game from 5 years ago that they will shove in your face again, and they will tell you, hey, this is a different game. You should pay $70 for this. Hey, this is a different game. You should literally dump your entire life savings into this. They made a Spider-Man game and Into the Spider-Verse. We don't talk about Morbius. Is this true? But, yeah, dude, EA, man, they just need to shut down as a company. I have never seen a company have such shitty, underhanded, terrible, just fucking goo-goo gaga, I was gonna say liberal brain, sorry, I'm playing too much Disco Elysium. Leave fucking just absolute troglodyte behavior coming from EA, because their business model is just spend money. Spend way too much money on our products that are literally just nothing wrapped up in nothing. Yes, we will take this $1 million IP and slap our logo on it so that way people know that it's us. We will make it the most horrible, terrible, just nasty experience you've ever faced in an online experience ever. And we know. There's your EA business model right there. We know it sucks, we don't give a shit. Because as long as somebody, somewhere out there, decides to actually buy into that shit, buy into that just fucking schlock, then EA is still a company, I guess. Ooh. Every single time I talk about EA, my fucking blood starts boiling. Also, you guys want to see a cool trick? Boop. Almost. Boop. Right there? Almost. Boop. A little lower. Boop. Yeah? There we go. I was aiming too high because I thought I had a wider arc. I'll memorize your arcs, gamers.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
There we go. The fuck did I kill 4 people with that? Let's see. What does EA even do nowadays? I said for PvZ in sports games. Barely even PvZ. They are dead set on just like fucking. What was it? They're dead set on stuff like Battlefront and like FIFA and Madden and shit. And by the way, I want to point this out. If you ever defend EA, you are quite possibly the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I have no respect for people who actually buy into EA products whatsoever. If you have purchased an EA product that was before the time where they started, you know, doing the hokey pokey and fucking their company over in every regard by just indulging way too much and getting money. If it's before that, like, okay, you're on thin ice. If you genuinely buy into that schlock, you are a dumb motherfucker who needs to just not be even close to associated with the concept of money. Because if you actually buy into that, like, dog, you gotta fucking just stop.
Get some! Get some!
You feel like sports games is whatever? No, no. I'm not even saying sports games, because you wanna know you could play for sports games? Sports! You can play sports for sports games! You don't need sports games. The game's already sports. Sports already game. Play sports. You don't need to fucking you don't need to like sit there and literally just like watch other people play sports for you. If you're already interested in sports, pursue sports. Like, oh, I don't want to actually go outside and do stuff. Why the fuck are you playing just watch football then. Don't give into these money-grubbing, like, fucking toe-sucking, dumbass, knuckle-dragging, drool-out-the-mouth, goo-goo-gaga, money-brain-pilled companies. Go fucking play a sport, or go watch football. Easy. And I know that, like, watching sports isn't any better, but at least you're actually not giving into these massive fucking companies that do jack shit with their IP. Because the companies that are the money-grubbing ones invested with sports only do sports. Which, if you like sponsoring EA, is only what they do. I'm a firm believer that if you're seriously wanting to purchase products from EA, like Garden Warfare 2 or something, like, okay, thin ice, sure, because EA, but like whatever, I don't care. It's Garden Warfare, it's fucking Battlefront, there's no games like that. But, dog, with sports and EA, dude, go watch football. It's like saying, don't play driving games, go get a car. Or don't play Sims 4, get a life. I'm gonna tell you, goats, and you're gonna listen to this very carefully, alright? Can you get arrested for speeding in sports? Ow, that hurt. Can you get arrested for, I don't know, actually no, can the Grim Reaper visit your base in your sports game and tell you all this stuff about how they're going to reap your soul? Wow, this guy's kicking my dick in. God diddly damn. Okay, I need to play the video game. Can they do that? No, because you want to know what the sports game is all about? It is only sports. Oh, there's a story mode that you can get invested into. What does the story mode pertain? Oh, it's more fucking sports. It's literally just the same sports, but now you're fighting CPUs instead of online players. And now, like, people just have shitty dialogue. I can't get people to drown in my sports game when I remove the ladder from the pool. You can only do that in The Sims. If I could put that on a plaque and put that on my tombstone, please. But, like, genuinely, I mean, I know there are some people out there who would really like to enjoy sports games. Just watch sports, dog. Fuck it, they're doing all the work for you. Hell, it might even get you more motivated. Because think about it this way, you can get the same amount of disappointment and the same amount of dopamine from seeing your team win if you watch sports and if you play games that are involved with sports. You're getting the same amount of satisfaction, just with less thumb control. Like, ooh, I'm getting heated today, and it's only 7 o'clock. Moop's about to share an opinion. Watch out. He's probably objectively wrong. Just because he's only sports games doesn't mean other people can't like him. No, you're listening to my opinion. No, I'm the correct one because I'm the streamer. See? No one's gonna get that. That's a Shrek reference, actually. I just say let people enjoy their sports games. I'll let people support EA products when they're fucking rotting in their pinestone tombs. Pinestone. That's not even a thing. That's not even a thing, Moop. You're just making up words, Moop. My opinion is enjoy sports games, right? Enjoy sports games. Sports ball. Basket soccer. Enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. But if you say that your favorite company is EA specifically because they make sports games, you're a dumb motherfucker. You gotta stop playing EA. Don't give them any more money and send them the message that their products are in fact the same exact thing time after time after time, but they slap a different year on it. Send them that message and you'll get a sports game that'll rival all the previous ones. Because then they'll have to make a video game. Which is something that EA commonly does not like to do. Just pirate sports games? Even better! Yeah! There are some times where I say that don't pirate video games, don't pirate indie games. Don't pirate any games. Want to support those devs? Don't pirate games. Don't pirate them if you support them. But truly, well and truly, if you're a firm, avid EA hater like myself, just fucking pirate it. Who cares? Surely EA can recuperate from losing a $70 profit margin from some random dude just in, like, I don't know, Kansas or something wanting to play FIFA, but doesn't want to pay $70 for a product they bought last year. They absolutely fucking pirate EA games. That's the true meta, actually. I didn't even think about pirating. Want something done, you gotta do it yourself. Much like in this game. Do it. Yeah. Alright, now for the coup de grace. Coup de grace goes something like this. Yeet! I want to play PvZ2 games, and that's PvS favorite game, so it becomes fine when hating as is. That's fair. I can see... Okay. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. You want to know what it is? It's an original game. Probably absolutely not made by EA in any way, shape, or form, or even touched by EA, given graces, and whatever chutzpah they said to spit on it. But if people say that the only games I buy from EA is Garden Warfare, that's fine. I think in my book, that's enough of an original game by that's somewhat around EA. That's like, it's not enough to get on my shit radar. If you hate J.K. Rowling, you're not gonna go to Disneyland anymore because she gets cut off taking money. No, or at least I heavily doubt it. Does she? I don't believe that for a fucking second that she gets ticket money. If that's like actually a thing, holy shit, that's incredibly lame. I mean, it's incredible to think that that is a thing that a person that famous is just able to do because they wrote Harry Potter. Hey guys, it's me, J.K. Rowling. I wrote Harry Potter. I'm going to siphon money from tickets at Disneyland. That doesn't sound right. It may not sound right, because that is the most, like, snake tongue fucking, like, absolute, how do I describe this? Snake tongue, witch's cauldron, like clasping hands together and just, like, rubbing them aggressively, like, amount of money grubbing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, holy shit. I'm curious. I need to do my research. Oh, 2 rocket devastators over there. Look at the cute couple. The shame. Can't deal with them faster. Oh, I have this. I forgot. Bye-bye! And whatever's in the distance, too. Oh, suck it. There we go. Gotta deal with enemies, you just get yourself a grenade launcher. But EA is stupid, improving their practices is stupid, buying their games isn't stupid, but of course they don't care about your opinion because we're screwed anyways. Yeah, that's really the thick and thin of it, huh? Not a single person at EA gives a shit about your opinion, because in the end, they're still going to be making money from very, very, very oblivious people. Which is a scummy business practice in and of itself. I will tell you right now that I swear to God, the air will get cleaner if EA shut down tomorrow. If EA was like, hey, listen, we've noticed a significant amount of money profits just going down, everything's a shithole, we're fucked, we have to shut down and declare bankruptcy. If they did that, I think not a single person alive today would complain. And if a person did complain, they would probably be spit roasted, but you know, that's none of my concern what happens after the riot. Oh, I need a Coke. Oh, delicious. Completely off topic from what we were talking about greedy companies. No, you know what? Kind of on topic. Hey. Hey, Moop, was that a segue I just heard? Hi. But, what was I gonna mention about that stuff with the Coke? Alright, I found a good drink combination for if you ever are in doubt. That mortar just got destroyed by that. I probably should have been more observant. I found a good drink combination if you're ever at a... Specifically if you're ever at a fast food restaurant and they have any of these options. You're gonna want to get Barks root beer, half it. Like, do half Barks root beer in the cup, and then do half Coke. I actually found that it's a very, like, weird sweet slash somewhat, like, I guess, bitter combo? I don't know how to describe it, like, it's not zesty, it's not the term. The term I'm looking for is, I guess, fizzy, I guess? I don't know, that's not the term I'm looking for, though. But, doing that combo, the sweetness of the root beer offsets the Coke a little bit, and it actually makes it, like, a really nice combo. I also said, kind of on topic about greedy companies because it's Coke. I don't know, haven't heard any shit from Coke. I think if a greedy company works with food, they should shut down. Like, immediately. Like, somewhat greedy companies ruling games, like, that's just gonna happen. And, you know, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, probably won't matter because, you know, people exist. And they love to make very big deals of things, just in general. And so, if a company's shutting down, they'll probably get to it. Wow, that was fast. But, one thing I was gonna say is, if a company works with food and they are being greedy, in order to, increase profits in any way, shape, or form, they should be shut down instantaneously. The health safety should not be even close to related to greed in any way, shape, or form. Unless it is literally not a health standard, in which case, like, okay, greed, whatever. Wait till you hear about Nestle. Yeah, trust me, I've heard about Nestle, that's why I'm getting on this shit. I'm already sweating and we're only 3 seconds into this conversation. But Nestle Ooh, man, that's a company that needs to get shut down. That's a company that needs the FDA to really look into that and not fucking take bribes or turn a blind eye, because that's a company that well and truly is diabolical, malicious, and terrible in any way, shape, and form, and should be shut down at the closest notice. Because holy fuck, that's just not it. Here we have this weird drink, Coca-Cola, and Fanta. It's actually quite nice once you're done drinking, because you actually see sugar crystals at the bottom of your cup. That's pretty whack. And also doesn't seem healthy, but you know what? Coke in general is not healthy, so, you know. But, as I was saying, if a company genuinely is like, hey, we're going to be doing all these terrible business practices that have been revealed by whistleblowers, we're doing all these horrible practices, yeah, we're just gonna keep staying up because we're such a $1 million idea that literally no one can shut us down. Like, no. You gotta have some branch of just anything that goes in there and is like, hey, listen, insert brand here. We noted that you guys were being a bunch of shitty little idiots and are, basically, how do I describe it? You know, fucking with the American health, which is already bad enough. Like, nah, you can't be doing that, man. Am I close to leveling up? You know? Oh boy, did it just get fucking swiped while I was on this mission? Oh no. Can I also point out the fact that, hey, to all the people who are fighting Terminids, I get it. We've had a lot of major orders that are going over to the Terminids, and that's great. Because we really need to stick it to them, right? We're losing every single fucking planet in the Automaton front. Like, every single one. There's not a single one, I think, that's ever above a 1% on the Liberation. Of course, there's a couple of 100%. But, they're, you know. Well, let's see here, actually. Which ones are above 1% Liberation? It's on 0.002, 0.002, 0.002. Holy fuck, dog. None of them. They are all below 0.00. Wow. What are Terminids? Are those the aliens? Yes, they're the bug aliens. And if you couldn't tell, I'm not doing the major order right now. Because I have a bit of a reputation to uphold here. I want to make my account as automaton hating as possible. In any way, shape, or form. And, oh me oh my, have I been keeping my promise. And some people may say, oh, I'm undemocratic because I'm not fighting both sides. You can stuff it. Because guess what? I'm still fighting. And, by quite a large margin. Anyways, let's see here.
Alcubierre drive calibration complete.
What? What did that say?
We will cleanse this galaxy one planet at a time.
Something happening? What was that? That notification bomb, I didn't even hear what it said. Okay. Menket, sure. I like Menket. Some people don't like Menket because fire tornadoes. You know what you do? You dive. It's a blitz. Come on. Give me some Eradicate. Yeah. I'm down for an ICBM. It's unlike the core memory, the Call of Duty Ghost Invasion mode also has aliens. Oh man. You unlocked the core memory for me. I remember playing Call of Duty Zombies on my brother's Xbox 360. A while ago, like eons ago, and not knowing what the game was about and stuff. And I remember my brother getting really fucking pissed off at me one time because I picked up the ray gun and they were like, "Hey, dude, that's a really good gun. Can you give it to me?" And I was like, "You just told me that that's a really good gun, so no, I'm not going to give it to me. I'm not going to give it to you." And he fucking unplugged the Xbox and punched me in the shoulder, and I was like, you are such a petty asshole. But, you know, that was eons ago, and I don't care, but, you know. It was still really funny to me, because I was just like, dog, it's the ray gun. Like, there are replacements, there are more guns. But I sucked at it. I might actually replay it sometime, for nostalgia purposes. Man, I'm so jealous I want to play Call of Duty Zombies. My mom wanted me nothing more than to stop playing Skyrim at a certain point. Because I played so much Skyrim that it was getting to the point where it was starting to affect my vocabulary in school, where people didn't know what the hell I was talking about when I referred to like skooma and stuff, or like a Khajiit, referring to that kind of stuff. And my mom was like specifically like, "Hey, dude, you gotta stop playing this." And she saw that there was blood in the game, and that's, I think, it was a tipping point. And of course, never fully acted upon it, which thank God, because I fucking love Skyrim. But it was still really funny to think that there's an alternate universe out there where I never got to play Skyrim because I was too obsessed with Skyrim, and my mom found out that there was like blood and like gore and technically sex. And I say technically sex because, you know, lusty Argonian maid. When he's on his deathbed, you should unplug his life support like you unplugged your Xbox. That right there is like actual fucking villain shit. Some Lex Luthor ass shit. Alright, I think I'm going to do this mission, and I think I'm actually going to swap over games, which is something I didn't want to do. Or, didn't want to do. Didn't expect to do. I think I'm just getting bored of Helldivers right now. I like keeping my hands busy while I'm doing this, and just kind of shooting the shit, but at the same time I also want to play a game that's going to make my brain a little more... Oh, don't forget to take breaks. That is if you want to be remembered as a coward. That's the reason I keep playing this. But I want to keep my hands busy and also have my brain thinking more about the game rather than about, holy fuck, this plane's pretty. Nope. Think more about the game's substance than about the, stuff about, Coca-Cola and terrible companies and shit. Give me the resupply, thank you. Oh, that's bad. I need to get out of there. Alright, let's see here. Okay, I need to get the fuck out of there. Okay, Mortar, please focus everything down there. What's over here? Mortar, where are you focusing? That's nothing. Mortar, you're hitting nothing. Okay. Oh, wait. No, Mortar. Wait, actually, no, Mortar. What the fuck? Where'd you assholes come from? Let's see. Oh. I hate fighting these enemies with the new update, because it's just this the entire fucking time. You shoot like twice, and then every bullet that you just fired ricochets back onto you. Alright. Cool. Oh. Another streamer said I watched Skyrim was outclassed by TOTK, and another moderator backed me up and called him out for being a super biased Nintendo fanboy. Yep, that's also another company. Back on that company train about companies that just do terrible shit all the time and are able to get away with it because they own or slash make a bunch of really good games. Like, I don't care how much you can say Mario Wonder was a fantastic game. I can respect that because I also love the way Mario Wonder looks. But if I hear another thing about about Mario specifically, shutting down another fucking emulation company because they won't bring their games to newer systems, I'm going to fucking scream. Because, oh my god, I want to play Pokemon Sun and Moon on the Nintendo Switch so desperately. And there's already a Switch 2 in the works! Literally, I'm not kidding you. Ooh. Ever since Ultra Kill, I've been intrigued by Robot Wars. I think Ultra Kill just enticed war to me. And I think Disco Elysium put the fucking nail in the coffin. I've been playing that game a lot more as of late. Because, I'll tell you this right now. Play the game once. If you're not going for achievements, play the game once. And then watch playthroughs of it. Like, that's the way I did it, and I had a really great time. Because I was able to understand a lot of the cool shit that was in the game. From other people's perspectives. And also see, like, I'm not a communist in real life, but what about this person who wanted to become a communist because he could? It's like, I never became a communist because I wanted Harry to be just like me. I didn't want to lean into that goofier side just yet because I'm a boring motherfucker in real life. But, what else was I gonna say? Oh god. Ooh. Oh, fucking hell. Ouchie, ouchie, ooh la la! Okay, a lot of Devastators around. I'm not liking that. Ow, my fucking brains. Did it just destroy itself? I think my mortar just broke itself. By the way, this game is probably one of the best when it comes down to its control schemes. You can edit your control schemes to feature double tapping and holding the button. Or like, you know, stuff like that. Like, I have stratagems and stuff bound to double shift, because shift is already a control. So if I press it twice, it boots up my stratagem stuff. Which I'm like, ingenious, why don't more games do this? Okay, let's see. It's called a business. Okay, first of all, don't fucking preface anything by saying it's called a blank. You will immediately lose the argument in any way, shape, or form. Second of all, the one thing I was gonna mention was Nintendo already has such a stranglehold on most of their IPs that they are able to get away with a lot of shit, like, you know, doing all the stuff about, like, not really respecting any people who make emulators and stuff, but you also gotta envision this. Nintendo already is a very, very, very large company, and if they ported over all their stuff to newer systems and said, here's a price tag for all these games, if they put a price tag on it, and the price tag was reasonable for, like Nintendo 3DS library, right? Nintendo whole everything on the Nintendo 3DS. Pretty big ask, but I like the 3DS, so we'll go with that example. You port everything over to a newer system and slap a $40 to $60 price tag for every game on there. Every streamer, everybody, every person would buy it. Because and even, you know what you do? You make it way more accessible to stream console for a Nintendo Switch 2. Like, holy shit, imagine the market on that. They would like to squeeze the slightest bit out of their customers. But that's the thing, they're not squeezing any money by not putting the IPs on newer systems. Like, I would love to play Pokemon Sun and Moon on a newer system, but I can't, because Nintendo Switch eShop is down, and I can't buy a fucking 3DS anymore, because they're all tens of thousands of dollars. If they just said, hey, we're putting all the Nintendo Switch 3DS games, or, we're putting all the 3DS games on a Nintendo Switch, and we're putting a price tag, every single one, $40, no ask, after that. You could just totally play them whenever. They would make such an obscene amount of money, it would be crazy. They would make millions in, like, hours. They'd probably ask you to buy an entirely new game for it. whatever. It doesn't matter if they fucking put it on it doesn't matter if they put it out as single versions of the games or if they put them out all at once. They're putting the old games that they cannot make money off of onto newer systems, which they can make money off of. From a business standpoint, if they do nothing, they're idiots. From a business standpoint, if they do anything with them, they're geniuses and they're gonna win. Really wants to pay another $40 just to play the same damn game? No, I don't want to fucking pay $40. Some schmuck will. It's not my deal. It's not my can of worms. I'll tell you that much. Okay, hold on. Before we continue, I'm gonna check what games I have. I don't want to play Helldivers right now. I'm fine with playing a different game because I want to keep my brain a little more busy than usual. Wait, what? Oh boy. They released another patch for Helldivers. I'm reading it now. Increased gunship hearing range slightly. Shrieker sight and hearing range slightly. Okay. Weapon scopes not being aligned in first-person view. That's good to hear. The sound when stimming no longer plays when being interrupted. Fantastic. Helldivers can no longer land on tall rocks in the Horde Defend missions. Never played it. Same as that. Let's see. Major orders of the kill task now track score correctly. Okay. Fix the reinforced strategy of not being present if a Helldiver leaves the session for readying up and hot joining an active session. That's pretty good, actually. Crash would occur on game shutdown. That's good. Mission and rejoining at the end of cutscenes when diving into missions. Whack. Fix a tutorial crash that would occur in PC when alt-tabbing. Huh. Wow, they got a lot of good shit here. Fix flood. Steam friends will not be visible in the social menu, even though friends list is not set to public menu in Steam privacy settings. Okay, that's fine. Hot joining players. That's great. That's good to hear. Fix issue with empty friend names in social menu. And privacy. Huh. Total that. Perfect. Huh. Okay. Pretty good. And immediately the first comment I read was about politics. Wow. People really don't know what the fuck this game's about, huh? Anyways, hold on. Let me look at what game I want to play right now. Could play Neon Abyss. Never played that one before. Nintendo has a weird philosophy where they say, why play a previous game when the newest one's a straight upgrade? I mean, it's the greatest after all time. So I care about older games. So they tried shutting down Super Smash Bros. Melee tournaments to try to give them play Ultimate. That's true. That's very true. They're idiots for it. I'm not playing Undertale right now. I was considering on playing Deltarune today, but not really my jam. As of late. I think I might do Terraria, but I don't entirely know. Could do Minecraft. Minecraft could be fun. I don't know. I'm kind of up for whatever. You know what? Fuck it. Minecraft. I like the idea of playing Minecraft right now. Let's fucking play some Minecraft. Sure. Get going with all the stuff. Make some new lore. Haven't done it before, or I have done it before technically. I already basically purged the previous world. I have a backup of it, but it's pretty much dead. I don't really care to play it anymore. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the stream, and I'm going to boot it up with Minecraft. How's about that? Okay, I will see you all in, like, 3 seconds. I'm going to hope Minecraft works. Later.